I ran a Sherpa Sundered Doctrine with Bradley the Bradster a few days ago and noticed something during his explanation of the Zoetic Lockset encounter. Now, before I go any further, a quick disclaimer. I am in no way trying to call out or shame Bradley for his explanation of this encounter. The basic understanding was there, and we were also running this dungeon on a 50-minute timer for his stream chat to bet coins, which is something that he does frequently to engage with his viewers. So, for that reason, I didn't want to interrupt or get us bogged down in the more nuanced explanation of the encounter mechanics. And since both I and Bradley had done the dungeon before, myself having solo flawlessed it on my Titan, I knew we could get through it without much issue. Nevertheless, I wanted to make this video just giving a bit more detail on how this encounter actually works, because to my surprise, many of the larger content creators who have made guides for it actually run into the same mistake. So, once again, I'm not naming and shaming Bradley. This is just a common misconception within the community about this encounter. So let's clear that up, shall we? To begin, here's a brief clip of his explanation to give context.
So you see those little slabs over there at the back of the room?
Yes, the ones with the bullseyes on them.
Yeah, so they're going to read them right to left, Chinese style. And we need, you see the little, if I shoot, you see that right there? Little sundial thing. Yep. Just like the last encounter, we need to have it identify a specific symbol. And from right to left, it needs to read stop, 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 kill. That'll maximize our DPS and minimize the ads spawning when we're trying to DPS. Okay. Super simple. We'll identify which ones need to, how many knowledge for each and whatnot. We'll make it
How do
really
we
easy
get
for
the
you.
slabs to read that specifically? So I know obviously the dial is going to tell us what it's on or whatever, but how do we switch them?
Yep. So there's going to be a timer on our screen at the very top. And when that bar gets full, that's when they read it. So we need to do it before that bar gets full.
First, I want to point out that the very first Lockset progression always reads the same symbols. First one is blank, then knowledge, which spawns wizards and knights, blank again, then knowledge again. After that, the blank symbol will be replaced with some random symbol on the next Lockset. So the players have to determine which sundials need knowledge deposited to get them in the right location based on what they see. Next, I want to point out something very important, in particular for anyone soloing this encounter. You do not need to actively place knowledge stacks into a sundial in order to get the symbol you want. When the Lockset progression resets, every sundial shifts the active symbol one space in the direction that the wheel is turning. You'll see me here changing the direction of the wheel to avoid getting the hive symbol, which spawns ogres, and instead I'll get the commune symbol, which makes the shrieker shoot missiles at you. Ideally, of course, I want it to be stop, but just for the sake of time management and making it easier for myself, I do commune until I can get to stop later. Third thing, the shriekers actually do read from left to right. The Lockset progression at the top of the screen shows which shrieker is currently reading, and once it resets, it goes back to the beginning. So while it's correct that we want the symbols to read stop, 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 kill when read from right to left, really we want to ensure that all of those stops are lined up for the rotation after kill actually gets activated. Reason being, once damage phase begins, no one is going to be focused on dunking knowledge, so you want them already set to stop. To clarify, setting them to read stop before activating the kill symbol will mean no ads spawn before damage phase. What you want is for no ads to spawn during damage phase. To demonstrate this in real time, I'll show a clip of me finalizing the setup for damage phase. Here I am activating the kill symbol. As you can see, the stop is already activated on that second wheel. I changed that rotation so that it goes to stop next. Same thing here. Here it is already on stop, and I'm debating with myself if I want to guarantee stop on the next rotation. I decide to do this, but I took a long time, so timing is a little bit short. If I did not do this, the symbol would have moved away from stop on the next rotation. So here I am guaranteeing that that goes to stop. proc amplified, and start going to town on the boss with all the good stuff that Titans can do. This was not the most optimal DPS. I only did this run so I could make this video, but it's fairly okay. I managed to two-phase this boss. The main thing to focus on here is just how few adds and mini bosses there are, because everything has been set to stop. So it's only wizards and the standard adds that are spawning, which means I am incredibly safe. One of the most difficult points of this encounter, in particular while solo, is recovering after the end of a damage phase, because all of the adds will be shooting at you all at the same time. But once you get through that part, it's relatively easy to just reset yourself and do the exact same thing again. Now, thankfully, because everything had been set to stop, there were only wizards and standard adds. And now you can see on the sundials, all of the symbols have changed. I hope this video has helped to clarify some of the more nuanced approaches to this particular encounter. I hope everyone who watches it understands once again that this is meant to help increase people's understanding of this encounter, not to shame anybody whatsoever. I love Bradley, I love his community, he does a fantastic job of helping people get through content like this, so this is purely aimed at helping that get a bit more efficient. So if this has helped you, thank you very much for watching, and take care.